people make assumptions, and there's people who will never like you no matter what you do, but someone has a wrong impression of you. Is it in your best interest to clarify it, or you just say time will tell and all those other sad, beautiful stories that you tell yourselves?
I'm a more of a, for me, I'm a more of a time will tell type of guy, because if you don't see it from the word go, I feel like I am straining to come and tell you, but then nakuanga msempoa. Unajua sisi,
and they're not seeing
and they're not seeing it, because like the way they say, oh, DJs are this and this, and maybe he's a good guy. He's just generally a good guy. It's just that he's a DJ or he does this and this. Why am I going out of my way, sana, to try and prove to you that I'm actually a nice person, or what you heard about me was wrong? I'd rather you see it in my actions. And then there are people who just never.
They will never. There's people who will not even see your actions, even when you have the best intentions.
And this, for me, that's okay. That's fine. My dad told me you can't. Si kila mtu atakupenda, and you can't prove to everyone that you're a good person.
It's true. Your people are your people.
Your people are your people. You won't have to go and say, by the way, I'm so and so, and this is what you heard about me. This is bad, is good, is bad. Nini, this person was lying to you. Just said you just do your part.
Yeah,
and then from there,
leave the rest. Whatever. Amilioto, what do you think?
That is so true.
Do you change people's opinion? Do you try to, or you just let them be?
I think there are two categories of people. There are people who you absolutely have no business trying to convince. If there are people who have no impact in your life, one way or another, I think those are people you don't even need to. And these are people sometimes on social media who look at you and say things about you, who hear about what you do and want to say things about you. I think in that aspect, it really doesn't matter. But then there are people who you have a relationship with, who if they feel a certain way, then I think those are the kinds of people you'd be like, hey, yo, that is not really who I am, and maybe by now you should have known better. So I think there are people you can put the effort to try and correct a perception, and then there are people who are absolutely not worth it. I mean, you can't, like you said, you can't please everyone. So there are people who are just like, check it, I won't even waste my time on that.
Whatever.
And then there are certain people who you honestly,
I think it's best you try. I believe in, I don't give people many chances, because I believe I've been raised to know words are more powerful than actions. I mean, actions are more powerful than words. People will tell you things, but you'll always, the actions are, what is cast on stone. So I believe it's good to try. At least try and speak to someone and say, I don't know what you heard about me, or I don't know what you think of me. I don't know if we got off on the wrong foot, but this is how I feel. If you try and it doesn't work, then whatever. That was not yours for you to, have a relationship with this person. But at least give it a go. Because there's people who, maybe one conversation is going to sway things. You know that? Sometimes it's a small conversation, but everyone is so...
in their own.
Yeah, you have your... whatever. It will fix itself if it's supposed to fix itself. I don't believe in awkwardness. I believe address it. If you know for a fact, I cannot do this, mwambie tu, I've told you my part, you think I'm a terrible person.
I've had that point of having to explain myself to someone who was told, who you saying, even as in the nastiest, and then this person was like, I didn't know this was you. And then on the other instance, someone was like, they just watched how I moved, and they called me themselves like, are you free? We meet tomorrow. And I was like, yeah. So we met, and they told me, by the way, what I was told and what I'm seeing is two different things. I told her, you see, with you, I can't force you. That's why even I'm Lotto and saying, there are categories where you're saying, you'll learn I'm with you, at least try. And then there's that category of,
people you can't trust.
Like it doesn't matter, especially strangers. The opinion of strangers will never change anything.
See, that's why you find guys on Facebook. You're fighting a stranger who has, you're abusing, like you guys are going neck to this person.
Someone who is out to ruin your day.
Yeah, and you've come on strong. You're like, hey, me, and you're like, apana. This one doesn't even know you. Yeah.
But people around you, that's where I agree with Amilioto. People around you you must try, and especially people you interact with on a daily. It's in your best interest to try, even if it's a neighbor. You just parked in my parking lot. That's why I went off on you, but this is not who I am. But perfect strangers, kwanza ask comment section. We are called things. Me, I've been called everything. I've been told I'm barren. May I never give birth before? I'm like, I have a child. I have a man at home. I don't know. I don't owe you anything. But tell us, what do you think? Should you, what did we ask? Look at me forgetting. Do you clarify misconceptions before people have about you? Let me go again. Do you clarify misconceptions people have about you, or do you let it